We just had an insane day in the YouTube free plays, guys. Going 4-0, complete clean sweep of the board. And this is exactly what ended up happening. I put $100 on this slip, turned it into 563. This was the 3-man that we took. I also sent out a bonus play, which was Anthony Edwards on the over at 2.5 threes made. And guys, he had that in literally the first 6 minutes of the basketball game. Anthony Edwards already had 3 3-pointers made. So the best day we possibly could have asked for. If that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. We have a like goal up today. Let's try to hit this one now, guys. Right now we're setting at 10 likes for the like goal. I know it's a small goal. I know you guys can go ahead and do it. This is my first time doing this, so let's try to start off with an easy win. If 10 of you guys can like this video, we'll be at the like goal. Super, super awesome. Helps me out a ton. Just go ahead and do that. And let's recap this winner. So we had Brandon Miller on the over at points and rebounds. He greened easily. Peyton Watson was the only one that was kind of a little bit of a sweat. He barely went over towards the end, but Zach LaVine had this one quite a bit before the end of the game, even though it looked kind of close. So very, very good 4-0 free play sweep, guys. And in this video, I've got 3 more bonus plays. We're going to do it again. Also, in the VIP, I didn't even talk about this. In the VIP, I sent out my best bet, as I always do every single day. And this one cashed out as well. It was Hornets on the money line. They ended up beating the Mavericks by 2. Another quick win. So before we get into any plays, I got my prize picks and my underdog here ready to show you guys the plays for the day. Before we get into any of that, I want to explain to you guys how to make the easiest money you guys can make today just taking plays on sports. And it is not by any plays. It is simply by signing up for an app. Because right now, Chalkboard's giving you a free pick, Luka Doncic at 1 point, also a 100% match. So whatever you put in, they're going to match that 100% of it. So you're literally getting double the money that you deposit on the app. Super awesome, super easy. And Chalkboard is available in all of these purple and green states right here. So very good chance that you guys are good to go. And if you're already on Chalkboard, go ahead and sign up on Underdog. They're doing the exact same thing pretty much. It's a gimme pick, so a free winner. And also play $5, get $75. So it is super, super simple to go ahead, take 5 minutes out of your day, literally put like 10, 20 bucks into this app and claim $75 for free once you play your first 5. So if you guys are not on Chalkboard yet, sign up with code BAM. If you're not on Underdog yet, sign up with code BAM. Now, let's move into the first play of the day. We're going over to one of the more underrated games right here, which is Boston at home against the Sacramento Kings. And I'm not saying this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm pretty sure the Kings are going to get destroyed here. But I do think there are quite a few good spots we can look to exploit. And one of them is here, Sam Hauser on the over at 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, if we want to look at this one over on Prizepicks, I'll show you guys. Hauser's line on points is only 11.5. But if you look at it on points, rebounds, assists, it's at 18.5, and he's looking great right now. He's hit in 4 out of the last 5 games, and his 3-pointers line is a goblin line at 3. So it's super clear that he's a 3-and-D guy. He is just such a great effort player, but you can't really sleep on him when it comes to rebounds and assists. 4.5 rebounds here, 6.5 rebounds and assists, and on the points, he's been very, very solid too. And if we look at him, points, rebounds, and assists in the last 20 games or so, he's hitting it at a 55% clip. And guys, he's turning up towards the end of this sample size. You guys can see he's a little bit cold over here towards the beginning of this sample size, but then towards the end, wow. In the last 8 games here, he's only missed 1 time. So super, super solid play here for Hauser. And I didn't even mention the best part, guys, which is that the Sacramento Kings defense is one of the worst in the NBA, right? We look here at the points, rebounds, assists allowed, and the numbers are just green all across the board. They're a bottom 4 defense against the points, bottom 10 against rebounds, bottom 10 against assists. So this is a perfect spot for a guy like Sam Hauser, who has already been doing great, mind you, to continue being awesome. Take him on the over at 18.5 points, rebounds, assists. This is just such a great play. Now, moving into the next one, we're going over to, I would say, a more competitive game, someone that more people are going to watch this one. It's Clippers going into Denver, taking on the Nuggets. And one thing we got to mention before we even talk about the play, which is Kawhi Leonard on the over at 32.5 PRA. This Nuggets team is just so ridiculously injured right now. And I say this Nuggets team, and the Clippers are pretty bad too, but the Nuggets take it to another level with Brown, Gordon, Johnson, and Jokic all out. So it's Jamal Murray, it's Jonas Valanciunas, it's Peyton Watson, and I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to the Denver Nuggets. On the side of the Clippers, though, they are actually more healthy than they've been in quite a while. You got Leonard playing, you got Harden playing, Dunn, Collins, and Zubac as well here. So looking very good on the side of the Clippers, and that is exactly why I think their system is going to be flowing. They're going to be playing with a good pace of play, and I like Kawhi Leonard here on the over at 32.5 points, rebounds, assists. So in the last 7 games, he's hit it. In the last 10 games, he's hit this in 7 of them. In the last 7 games, he's only missed 1 time, and that time, by the way, he missed by literally 1 PRA. He needed 33 and he got 32. So basically, in the last 7 games, he's had 7 great games and 1 that he barely went under in. And if we look at him in the last 20 games, well, he's hitting it at a 75% clip. Super, super solid. Well, what about the whole season, Bam? Well, he's hitting it at a 70% clip there, too. There's literally no reason to not take Kawhi Leonard here because all the stats are pointing to him having a great game. The one thing that might send him on the under here is if it is a blowout. But I don't believe the Nuggets are going to get blown out here by the Clippers because, number one, the Clippers are not that great of a basketball team. And number two, the Nuggets still have Jamal Murray, Jonas, and Peyton Watson, who are all very solid in their own right. I think this one could be super close. But Kawhi Leonard against the Nuggets, I mean, it continues to look great. He's literally hit this in 5 out of the last 7 games he's played up against Denver. So this is a very, very good play. Go ahead and take Kawhi Leonard on the over at 32.5 PRA. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. I'll add it into the, where'd it go? I'll add it into the Prizepicks slip just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. This was the one play that he ended up missing. He played up against the Jazz, only had 32 PRA. He needed 33. So Kawhi Leonard is looking great. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I look at this, before the game, and this line is up at 33.5 or 34.5 even. It's very, very possible, and that's why you guys want to get into plays as early as possible. Because if you get into plays now, that means that, and it bumps up later, that means that you got value and everybody else missed out. So I like Kawhi here on the over at 32.5 PRA. And now moving into our last one, might just be one of the most underrated props out there. I bet you nobody else is even thinking about this play right now. It's Karl-Anthony Towns on the over at 0.5 blocks. So not one of the more common, statistics to play here, but he needs 1 block in this game, and he's going up against the Portland Trail Blazers, who actually allow the most blocks to opposing players in the entire NBA at 6.4. So what does that mean? That means the Trailblazers like to get to the rim a lot. That means they like to put up a lot of shots near the rim and quite a few shots that are easy to block. In fact, 6.4 blocks is the worst in the NBA, right? So worse than the Wizards, worse than the Jazz. The Blazers are down there when it comes to blocks allowed for the other team. And the stats back this up, guys. Karl-Anthony Towns, when he has played this team, has actually gone on the over a ton of times. This month, he went against the Trailblazers and he had 2 blocks. The last time he played the Trailblazers, he had 2 blocks, and the time before that, he had 1 block. And I'll remind you again, we only need 1 singular block from him here. He could literally hit it in the first quarter, first half of the first quarter, just like Anthony Edwards did tonight for us with the 3-pointers made. He got hot and he instantly cashed our play. So take Karl-Anthony Towns on the over on a block. I'll try to put this one into Prizepicks too, just to show you guys. Karl-Anthony Towns. Pretty sure they should have this line up, but if not, there it is. Blocked shots at 0.5. This is just such a good play. This graph is very misleading. They're going to show you this, and you're going to be like, what? Well, he's only had 1 in the last 5 games. It seems kind of middle of the road play. No, you got to look deeper. You got to look at the stats. You got to look at, wow, he's playing up against the easiest team in the entire NBA to go ahead and get a block against, and the stats back it up. He actually, in the last 3 games against playing the Trailblazers, has had 5 blocks. We need 1 tonight. So very, very solid play. Take Karl-Anthony Towns on the over at 0.5 blocks. Now, before I get you guys out of here one more time, make sure to sign up on Chalkboard and sign up on Underdog with code BAM. I can't stress this enough. It's literally free money. They're asking you to get on their app. So if you're just sitting on one app right now playing, you're doing yourself a disservice because you are genuinely leaving money on the table. Code BAM on Chalkboard, code BAM on Underdog. And one more time, these are our 3 plays for the day. Add them all to the Prizepicks slip. Hauser on the PRA, Kawhi Leonard on the PRA, Karl-Anthony Towns to block 1 singular shot against this Blazers team. That's all I got for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one once we go 3-0 on Friday.